My favourite little bird is the dipper. It's a sort of bobbing action, and its cheery song finding to be heard over the sound of water rushing over stones and round stones. You don't often hear it singing. This is a recording from the internet. I can't claim I made it myself. Anyhow, it's the crystal clear waters of the becks and rivers running off the Pennines in this part of the world. It epitomises everything about our glorious Dales countryside, and it certainly raises the spirits in the lengthening days of spring. For the past 30 years I've been visiting a dipper's nest site, and I go in the second week of May, which is now, and this is just some of the footage I've taken over those years. Lovely.
And there are a pair of dippers. Oh, lovely to see. Oh, I wonder where they're nesting.
Being a very shy bird, it's very difficult to photograph. They see you before you see them, they're off. And but with the acquisition of a video camera, I could quite simply set the video camera, zoom in on the nest, and then disappear to the car for a couple of hours, or go for a walk for a couple of hours, hoping nobody else saw my camera, and then come back and pick up the relevant footage. So every year before the breeding season, somebody used to go down to this dipper's nest site and make a little platform out of pieces of hazel branch. And the dippers obviously liked it, because I can only remember probably 3 years when they failed to raise a brood in all of those 30 years I've been visiting the site. And I never knew who it was. I never saw them, I never met them.
It's a dipper's nest. I don't know who does it, but every year somebody puts these little hazel branches across and the dipper builds its nest on them. But that nest over there is empty. So they're obviously flown, and she's got young birds around. And I can see 2 dippers upstream there.
Almost invariably there's been a nest, as I said, and the young have been reared successfully. There were usually 4 or 5 young, and they'll have dispersed to find their own territory and rear their own families. So it's over 30 years, it would be no exaggeration to say that several hundred dippers have emanated from that pair 30 years ago. Although it must be said the mortality rate is very high, particularly in the winter time. Now last year, 2021, in the middle of this COVID business, the little hazel platform wasn't there, having been replaced by a sort of board, a length of board, on which the same person, I assume, had attached a bird box. But they obviously wasn't to the dippers' liking, because they completely ignored it and jammed the nest between the box and the bridge structure.
I've come out to see if dippers are here. There's a new dipper's nest there, but it is complete. There's nothing in it. It's quite amusing in that somebody's made a little platform with a box for the dipper to nest in. Very cleverly jammed its nest in at the far side. There's nothing in it. I'll do a little bit early.
Well, this year, 2022, there's been some renovation of the bridge. All the iron arches have all been painted in this shiny black. But somebody's gone the whole hog, replacing the platforms with 3 nest boxes. And you can have a look at them here.
Under the bridge is an array of nest boxes, which are new. The bridge has obviously been renovated recently, but all this black paint on the reinforcing metal arch. There's another one over there.
Now, as you can see from the earlier footage on this video, you can see that the dipper's nest is a large structure, and building this nest, these 2 little birds, it reinforces the bond between them. It's crucial for the successful rearing of the brood. I have no idea who put the boxes there, and I mean, whilst I don't doubt the sincerity of their motives, they're totally unsuitable for dippers, if that's what they're hoping to nest in them. And this year, for the first time for probably 10 years, the dippers aren't there. They haven't appeared. There's no little platform for them to build a nest on. So I hope whoever put the boxes there will remove them and replace them with the little platforms the dippers obviously love and have been very successful for decades. However, unfortunately, with it being the 2nd week in May, it's probably too late for this season, which is very sad. Anyway, see you again. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, it's now the 15th of May. I've just come back to have a look at these bird boxes. Nothing in them at all. No sign of a dipper. Nothing. It's a great shame. I've been nesting here for 30 years. Well, I've come back up to the Scargill Beckwoods. The bluebells are all out and they're absolutely magnificent. I'm going to stumble along this footpath over the camera. Oh, stunning. And so short-lived. And there's a speckled wood butterfly in the sunshine. Wild garlic everywhere. It's star-shaped flowers. It's a green veined butterfly. It's a lovely great clump of them there. The smell of garlic is everywhere. And the bluebells flecked with the white flowers of the greatest stitchwort. That is Barlingham Stone Circle. It looks like it's been there forever. It's been there for about 2 years, and it's just made out of old stone gate posts. It looks positively ancient. Well, I've never seen this little flower before.
A lot of these places did a little flower thing, didn't they?
That's just a lovely flower. A sort of succulent growing on this slightly marshy ground here. Somebody has an app You've pointed at this flower and it tells you what it is. And it's called pink purslane.